Hello, good afternoon. We'll just give it a couple more minutes just to see if anybody else joins. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to just give it another minute because we did say 2:30 and it's 1:30 and it's 1:29. Hello, Enzo. I liked your drawings yesterday. I saw them. Your dad sent me the picture. Hello, Aaron. You okay? Okay, these are what we did yesterday then. So we did Sonic, Raven and Harry Potter. I saw quite a few parents had sent me some pictures actually. I think I got some from Measham Primary School, so hello guys. Enzo, you did a really good job. Jessica and Oliver. So if you want to get Mum or Dad or 3 more characters today, I'm going to start off with one of my favourite drawings. I used to draw this for my daughters when I was a long time ago actually. We're going to start with Minnie Mouse. Now the difference between Mickey and Minnie Mouse really is just the bow and the eyelashes, so you can actually draw Mickey Mouse in the same way. So what we're going to start with is we're going to draw a circle, and again, if you're not brilliant at drawing circles freehand, then get something to draw around. You could use a compass or something if you're using a pencil. Now, just before we come all the way down to the bottom, what I want to do is I just want to make this part of the circle here just slightly wider. You'll see why in a second. And the same on this side, so just slightly wider. So sort of a semicircle that comes around the bottom, and don't complete it there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to find a point almost in the centre, and we're going to do a curved V shape, and then just if you're using a Sharpie or a felt tip pen, just block this part out. Now you'll notice I've got some card underneath me. This is red card. These Sharpie pens do bleed through. As you can see, that's Raven from yesterday. So if you're working on Mum and Dad's table or something like that and you're using Sharpie pens, make sure something's underneath you. Okay, so we're going to now continue up and around. We're almost going to join up this side and this side there, and then to that section that we went slightly wider, we're going to join up on there and there, and then we're just going to colour this section in as well. And the same on this side. I'll just colour this in roughly. If I was doing this for somebody, I would take a little bit more time. Okay, so this bottom part now then, we're going to make that kind of a shape. And what that is, that's the bottom of Minnie's mouth. Okay, next part we're going to go for the nose. So it's not quite level with those 2 points there. So just below that, and we're going to make an oval shape. And if you remember from yesterday, what we're going to do is we're just going to leave a white patch. That's called our highlight. And it just makes things look slightly more realistic. So we did that yesterday in the eyes of our characters. Okay, so we've got that sort of shape. Now, just above Minnie's nose, we have got this shaped line. I guess that's the snout. If you look at Minnie from the side, her nose does stick out, not just the black part. So for Minnie's eyes, we're going to do two. They're not quite oval shapes, but they're not far away from being ovals. And then we're just going to place some pupils. And the pupils are both going to sit just slightly to the right of the eyeballs there. Okay, now we have got eyelashes on Minnie. So if you were drawing Mickey, you would leave these out, and it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same picture. So we're just going to do 3 eyelashes. And then we're going to come round to the bottom for her mouth. So starting not quite level with the nose, a little bit lower than the nose. And then we're going to do a semicircle. And we've got 2 smile creases. And then this part, you'll see now why we left that section out. Because that's where Minnie's mouth comes. So we're going to now colour this top part in. If you're using pencil, you can use a pencil. Okay. So we're now going to put a bow on top of Minnie's head. So right in the centre, we're going to make 1 semicircle, and then starting about halfway up, we're going to come up and out. Now we're making a line from the right that curves. There we go. And then we're going to do a similar thing on this side. So I'm going to start on the knot of the bow. This would be the knot. And make a curved line out to the side, and then similar to what we did on this side, and then we've just got a crease in there. If you want to add a few details on Minnie's bow, you can do. I think Minnie's bow is pink, and I think these spots are white. I'm pretty sure they are. I've not drawn Minnie for a while, actually. Okay, so we've now got Minnie's ears. They're actually 2 circles, but the bow is slightly in the way. Let's colour that ear in. I just made a little bit of a mess there, but you get the general idea. When you're colouring in big blocks like this, try and work the edge to start with, and then you can be a little bit quicker with the rest of it without fear of going over the edge. So I like to just work from the edge to start with, and then just slap some of that in there. Okay, so we need to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. So just work from the edge to start with. Be slightly careful now. And the same here. And then we can quickly colour the rest in without going over the edge. Okay, so there's Minnie Mouse. I'm quite happy with that. So, next one. This was a request from both of my daughters, they wanted to draw a Simpsons character. So we're going to draw Lisa, and it's really easy. I think the Simpsons characters are good characters to start practice drawing because they're quite simple and they're very similar. There's a lot of similarities between the characters. So we're going to start with 2 circles towards the top of our page, and they're going to be touching. Okay, now make sure you don't quite join this up because Lisa's nose comes in there. So from this circle in the middle, we're going to come out and round so that we're level with where they meet. Let's draw Lisa's pupils. And again, for a girl character, we stick these eyelashes on. So we're just going to pop a few eyelashes, 4 on each side. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw Lisa's mouth. So we're going to start on this left-hand eyeball just over halfway across, and we're going to make a swooping line, which comes, again, slightly further than halfway across on the right-hand eye. Level with the nose, we're going to do a circle shape on this side. That's Lisa's ear, and then that comes down into the neck, and Lisa's chin again is sort of directly underneath the nose, so we have that sort of shape. Okay, so Lisa's hair is a zigzaggy line. So I'm just working both sides at the same time just so that I get the right kind of shape, and it's not symmetrical, but just so that it didn't go wonky. Lisa's got a necklace on, some beads, and then we're going to come down towards her dress, and then an arm on that side. So there's not an awful lot of detail in a lot of these Simpsons characters, so they are quite fun and quite easy to draw. Let's draw the next arm in. So it's not quite a mirror image, but it's very similar. She's almost got her hands on her hips. And then her body, which is her dress, it comes down. It's wider at the bottom, so it's almost a triangular shape. And then we've got this zigzaggy pattern at the bottom, which mirrors her hairstyle. And then last but not least, Lisa's legs. And she's got some sandals on. Now, remember from yesterday, quite often you have one of the feet sideways on, and then one of the feet front on. And this is very similar. So the feet aren't both facing the same way, and you can just add a little bit of realism by doing that, rather than having the feet both facing the same way. You can add a few details. An elbow in there. And there's Lisa Simpson. I'm happy enough with that one. Like I said, very simple and a good character to practice. And then finally, we're going to do another fortnight character. I think this is called the Gingerbread Man or the Ginger Man. Similar to what we did yesterday. We did Raven, didn't we? So there's quite a lot of details on the body. So to start with, we're going to draw a big U shape Now remember what we said yesterday, if you want to turn the paper around so that you've got a better stroke, then go for that. I'm going to try and keep the paper as best as I can orientated this way round so that you can see better, but don't worry about moving it. So we're just going to fill that line across there, and then we've got the top of this gingerbread man's head, so we're going to do another semicircle, but it's not as big as the bottom one, so it's the bottom one's slightly wider. We've got this frill shape going across the top. This is almost this gingerbread man's hairline. And then we've got a very simple face. We've got two rather large eyes. So try and get them a similar size. And above that we've got two almost cigar shapes for his eyebrows. And then his mouth, he's looking rather upset. So we've got this sausage shape, and then we're just going to follow that round for the mouth. So let's get a body in. So we're going to do two lines coming down. He's got quite a small body compared to his head, and we're just going to draw his waistline in there. Arms are out to the side and clenched fists. Let's do the same on this side. We're just going to make him have some fingers in there. Okay, so there's a belt that comes up diagonally from the bottom left to the top right, and that also comes down onto the bottom. There's some details in there and some lines in this. It looks like something that he would carry his ammo in. Again, I'm not too sure about Fortnite the game. I'm not into it, but I'm sure some of you are. Okay, he's got a little bow tie, so a little circle with two triangles coming off, and then we've got some details on his arms. I guess this is the icing sugar or whatever it would be on a gingerbread man. We've got a wavy line there, and then two more parallel lines. Looks like he's got a strap over his arm here. Maybe he's got a backpack on. He's got the same on this side as well. And then we've just got another wavy line and two more parallel lines. Okay, so coming down now to the gingerbread man's legs, make sure that, I see a lot of people when they're drawing legs, they'll draw this line all the way up to the waist. Remember, that's not how somebody looks. So there's a gap between the top of their legs and where their waist starts. So make sure that you get that right. Even when we're drawing cartoons, we want to try and make them as realistic as we can. We've got the correct proportions in, and we've got some little boots. And there's a tongue. They look like high tops to me that he's wearing. And the sole of the shoe. Some wavy icing lines again. Some details on there. Another one coming across the top. And then we're going to create this tongue on the boot. couple of parallel lines in there. Wavy line in there. Let's give him a couple of pockets. Maybe another button under there. And I think add the sole on the bottom of the shoe. And you can add a few more details. Maybe colour his mouth in. Again, I don't know what colour this character is. I'm guessing he's a gingerbread man colour, a browny beige. Cool. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap of what we've done today. 3 more characters. So we've got the Gingerbread Man from Fortnite, Lisa Simpson and Minnie Mouse. Thank you so much for joining me again. Don't forget to get somebody to send me some of the pictures of your drawings. It's really nice to see that some of you have had a go at it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Obviously, it's the weekend now, so no school. So we'll be back on Monday. If you've got any requests or anything like that, if you want to get Mum or Dad to send me a request, then I'll have a go at drawing them for you. But I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are as well. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Thanks a lot.